Industry Champions. I'm your host, Chris Budihas, and joining me from beautiful Phoenix, Arizona is Tom with AgTechLogic. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Chris, for asking.
No, hey, thanks for coming on. Before we get into AgTechLogic, I want to do two things. Where are you originally from? And then the second thing I want to say is thank you for your service in the Army. Obviously, if you didn't do what you did, we couldn't be here today. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I appreciate that. So I'm from Chicago. My grandfather was a farmer up in Wisconsin, but my dad moved from there to Chicago, grew up there on the south side, but moved to the suburbs, but originally there. And yeah, in high school, I decided I was looking for money for college. I was, heading, looking for some additional income. So I joined the Army. And actually, interesting enough, what I learned in the Army as a nuclear biological chemical specialist was actually very applicable to what I'm doing today.
That's awesome. Well, thanks again for your service. That is great. And you and I are talking off camera. I mean, for the rest of the audience, I'd encourage them to reach out to you on LinkedIn and connect with you. You've had a long and distinguished career. So, but we can't really cover all that in 10 minutes. So, AgTechLogic. What is AgTechLogic? What do you guys do and how do you do it?
Yeah, our focus is on helping farmers. Our number one goal is the reduction of pesticides, which actually also reduces the cost of food and input costs for farmers. So I'm an engineer, went to University of Illinois in chemical engineering. And so our whole focus is on solving problems for farmers by reducing costs and then also ultimately helping all people on the planet by reducing pesticide use, finding crop diseases earlier in the process that we can improve our entire food supply chain.
That's awesome. So how do you do that? I mean, is it hardware? Is it software? What's your guys' secret sauce?
Well, it's exactly that, Chris. So we actually developed our own software and hardware. The one thing that separates us from a lot of other technologies is that we retrofit. So we could take your existing piece of equipment, a tractor, a sprayer, a side-by-side. We can put technology on it within a day or a couple of days and make it smart. And that smart technology enables you to do farm scouting and precision spraying and using these applications to really improve your farm.
Yeah, well, that's great. How long has AgTech been around?
We've been around 3.5 years, and we're seeing some significant traction this year. So we spent a lot of 2023, 2024 doing development and trials, and now that we're now to a point that we're looking to start scaling.
And I can imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, just assuming here that you guys are in all forms of crops, right? I mean, from soybeans to corn, it's crop agnostic.
It is. Our focus right now is in specialty crops, vineyards, nuts, citrus, because we're not seeing as much competition out here in California in what we're doing. But ultimately, our technology can be used for any crop combination. And interesting enough, could be used even beyond agriculture for rail, industry, government land, that's being currently sprayed upon. So there's a lot of different uses also.
Do you have a lot of competition in this space with other tech companies?
Well, there's certainly a lot of competition in ag tech. There's nobody doing exactly what we're doing today. The ability to actually put a piece of equipment on there to track and monitor precision spraying within pesticide reduction is pretty unique.
That's huge, especially regardless of where you sit on the political aisle. I think both sides see that good wholesome food that is not only tastes good but it's actually good for your body matters here. So when I was stationed in Germany, I guess we lived over there for almost 7 years. What I noticed, I told folks after my first week of being there, you buy vegetables and you buy fruits, but unlike America, they only last like a week or so if you're lucky. Here it lasts for like a month to 2 months, and you start to wonder what is on there that makes it last that long. So, and you can imagine what you're ingesting into your body. So here you can actually use precision to not only sustain the crop, but harvest from it, and then ensure that the food chain is resilient. That's big. So, where are you guys going? Where do you foresee ag tech going in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, we're going to continue to expand within. Right now, we're operating in California, Arizona, and Texas. We
Okay.
expect to expand to all 50 states, and we're already getting calls about bringing our technology into Canada, South America, overseas. So we
Wow.
certainly are looking forward to doing that.
That's wonderful. Tom, how can folks find AgTechLogic, and then how do they find you?
I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
agtechlogic.com, agtechlogic.com. You can find us across the different social media sites,
Yep.
and you can reach me at tom@agtechlogic.com.
That's awesome. Hey, Tom, what we're going to do is take all that contact information, put it on our show notes. We're going to highly encourage folks to go out, reach out to both you and myself on LinkedIn and connect with us, and then encourage them to take a look at what AgTechLogic is doing, share our content, share this interview, and then if they got interest, to please contact you. So appreciate you coming on. Again, thanks for your service to the nation, and really, I'm intrigued and fascinated by what you're doing and where you guys are going in this space. But I think it's really important in our nation. I think COVID showed us that you have to have certain capabilities within your nation to be a sustainable economy for your population, and ag is definitely one of those things we got to keep an eye on and then improve upon. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris, for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, folks, connect with us on LinkedIn. Take a look at AgTechLogic, see what they're doing. If you got a need, reach out to them, or just a question in general. We'll see you in our next segment. Live with gratitude.